All right, guys, so you wanted some charts. You wanted to see CoinMarketCap. Today, let's do that. Let's go through the usual 3 points that we'll talk about today. And then I'll show you guys the charts and what I look at. I don't look at this daily. I check this probably twice a week, maybe sometimes more depending on the news. But let's take a peek at CoinMarketCap. I'll walk you guys through what I look at as far as the fear and greed index, looking to see if volume is there as well too. And then also diving into the charts. I don't know if I don't use CoinMarketCap charting as much, so we'll see. I'll do that real time with you guys. It took some time trying to learn how to set this up. So it was my first time. Bear with me, guys. If the volume sucks, please let me know. I can always get a new mic. I'm just using my DJI one that I've been always using, and then I hooked up my DJI camera to my MacBook. So we'll see how this works out. I'll get feedback from you guys if you like it. Comment below. If there's things that you feel like I can do better, just let me know in the comments below. So let's dig into a few scenarios and then we'll look at the charts. I'm gonna pull this up real quick. Let's pop over here to the screen and then pop up Google, and then we'll do this. Let's enlarge it, and then let me make sure, where did I go? There I am. See if this, did I lock this? Oops, my bad. Dang, my head is too big. Let me bring this down. All right, I hope that's good for you guys. CoinMarketCap. How's XRP doing? It's been a wild ride this week, right? It's been pretty cool. Don't worry. I know you guys, if you watch my channel, we're about the long term, right? We're about diamond hands. Don't get shaken out. The way that I see this is, and other YouTubers are saying this within XRP, but in general, with any asset that you invest in and you believe in it, you're not gonna get shaken out, right? It's just all noise, but it's fun to watch the market, learn about how it goes. I trade as well too. I do leverage trading in BTCC. I just started that, trying to see how all of that works. I'm not doing crazy leverage. It's like 3x. And then I'm not doing a huge position size, right? When you're trading, you don't want to risk all of your money. You want to only do 20% of it, of whatever you're willing to invest and whatever that you're willing to trade in order to sustain it long term. That's what I've learned. I've wiped out so many different accounts, but let's go into this in general. So this is CoinMarketCap. We've got a couple things here that I usually look at. There's some trending coins. If there's something that you want to go in and, I don't know, look at some random meme coins that you want to just dump your money into and make a crazy ton of money, or you just get wiped out, whatever, it's up to you. There's the fear and greed index down here. So it's cool because it gives you what the breakout is and then just a little description of how it does the metrics. I don't know the complete logic around this. I'm sure there's really good logic. We can check it out later. But today is just an overview of charting and then what CoinMarketCap looks like. You can also see altcoin season. Same thing with this too. You're looking at the dominance of Bitcoin versus altcoins. And what XRP to me is the best altcoin out there, just because it has so much opportunity as far as utility wise. There's a lot of meme coins that are probably gonna pick up. Same thing with NFTs back then. When the market picks up, completely bull market, and then Bitcoin isn't dominant, everything else is gonna pop up. But right now, Bitcoin is still pretty dominant and altcoin season isn't picking up just yet, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna go there. We're neutral right now because things are consolidating still. There was a slight dip, but it's not crashing, right? What it is, it's a correction, and I'll show you guys how I can see that it's a correction. And then some of my levels of support and resistance that I'm looking at. We'll break that down towards the end too. So this is point one. We'll run through CoinMarketCap. And then the main point that I wanted to discuss to you guys about is if XRP hits below 295, which it did for a little bit today. Actually here, let's take a look at it. While we're here, click on this. Let's see, where's the low? Where's the high and low? Yeah, high and low today. So 291. That's a great time to buy. I set up some alerts. I bought even a dollar cost average in for both my leveraged account and for my long-term positions. I dollar cost average in right at, I think it was 295. I was willing to buy at 298. So that's where I'm at. So this is pretty solid to me. I see it as a good opportunity to buy. Now, the thing is, it can still dip even further, right? We're not perfect, but I can see the volumes around here. The bottom right here, you can see the little squares. Down here, this is the volume. So these are all the volumes going up and down. Let me see if I can actually zoom this guy out. This is 7 days. Let's do 1 day. 1 year. This isn't really good. Let me see how it looks like. Here we go. All right, so was this from View? Yeah, this from Trading View. I might go to Webull. I think that gives me a better look. I don't like this white layout, whatever. So we're looking at this 1 hour view. Let's see if we can change this to a daily view. I like the 4 hour view. You can do 4 hour, you can only do 3 hour, whatever, that works. All right, so this is 3 hour view, right? You can see right at the bottom right here, even up here. So let me draw these lines. So you see this right here. See how many times it's tapped that, right? That's $3 right there, exactly. $3, right? That's $3. This is where I see it hitting right here. This is support, it broke below, and then let's see where, so it's consolidating right now, right? The next level that you might wanna look at, and where I'm looking at, is down right here, 284, right? So if it goes down, 284, that's the next pickup zone. And then you let it ride. But it's been pretty consistent here. So it's probably gonna be consolidating between here and here for like a little bit. That's my bet. That's where I'm seeing it in between. If it stays there and if it goes above, then we'll be able to just ride it because we already started buying some. And then I'll see how high it can go. It's probably gonna hit 330 again. That's gonna be the next resistance that we can see. This is the last dumping zone too. So we'll see all the volumes up here. Right at $3, man. That's where all the volume's starting to slow down. That's at the 3 hour. So let's zoom out a little bit more. Let's look at the 1 month. Sheesh. This, it's got 2017, guys. Look at this. 5 cents. You see that? 5 cents, 3 cents. And then within a couple, what was that, up until, is that January? 285, yeah, December, January, November, you guys are right. You guys were calling it out. So November 2017 is when it started popping off. You can see like, it's all within 1 year. That's crazy. No way. And then let's see, 2021, maybe, and then start dumping a couple cents. Is this right? That's crazy. Why would it do that? Yeah, we'll see. That's too zoomed out. It's due by the week. All right, so these are like little drawings compared to like what it really is. You see all this, boom. This is the bigger picture. We're holding pretty good. We're holding up really good. Like pretty good, it's really solid. So from what I can tell, let's go back to this. If we get faked out, right? If this is a complete fake out, then it's gonna go back up. You're gonna go back to $3. How is this sitting at right now? Yeah, it's gonna go back up to $3 easily, and then it'll start recorrecting. That's what my guess is gonna be. Point number 2, let's talk about altcoin season and then the dominance, and then let's take a peek at this too. Let me go back to the charts. Exit out this guy, we're good with that. Let me go back to coinmarketcap. So altcoin season, let's click on this tab and see what it can give us. Overall, if you take a look at the season index and then this the whole market cap, right? Is there a better way that we can do this? Still Bitcoin season, that's for sure. We need to get more blue. We're almost there. So if you look right here, just a couple of days ago, we're literally there. We're altcoin. It's the blue that you see. Now we're mainly back to Bitcoin dominance. But the way that I see this is like Bitcoin's, it's stalling, what's happening. We'll know more, continue to form, but we'll see how, look at all this. It's only a matter of time, guys. All this news and all this stuff that's happening. Okay. That's the altcoin. So at the end of the day, what I want you guys to focus on is gonna be more so on understanding that XRP's individual movement doesn't invalidate the broader altcoin narrative. So what that means is just be patient, some of the lagging phases, and there's the same exact that are happening now as what it was before. So I just wanted to call that out. All right, so let's talk about point number 3. You're kind of into that. And point number 3 that I want to talk to you guys about is let's check into the macros with how the whole market is doing right now. And is there a pullback macro like opportunity? I'll call it an opportunity because a pullback is a time for us to buy and then understand what's happening. I'm going to pull up my good handy dandy perplexity to kind of about that. So let's put in is the US macro economy doing right now? And there was, I don't know if you guys saw that, but FIG put out and then it went crazy. It was like 300%. That was congrats for you guys who invested in that. That's pretty solid. Oh, sorry, I got sidetracked there. Economy doing right now, and are the Fed and inflation discussions. Let's see. That was a terrible prompt, but it does. Oh, it wasn't even showing you guys. Let's go. So I put in perplexity, and I just put how is the U.S. macroeconomy doing right now, and what are the guys, it's late. All right, if you look at my time, it's 9:13 on Friday. So I had a really long day with work. Give me some slack. And I had to learn how this whole thing works. So comment below what you think of these types of videos and let me know if you like it or don't like it. If there's any improvements, I take all feedback. But to the video. So the current state of the US macro economy as of right now is the real GDP rebounded strongly for the second quarter, growing at 3% annualized rate after shrinking of 0.5% the first quarter. This growth was most supported by resilient consumer spending and changes in consumer spending. You guys are spending too much. Everyone's spending too much. It's good, whatever. Edges up, that is not good. Growth creation has weakened. That is not good. And then we've got inflation rate. Inflation increased to 2.7%. Oh, geez, that's not good either. All these not good, which is why the market tanked, right? It tanked, but it's correcting. The crypto market followed along and it's correcting. It needed to correct. It's been like hot, right? It's been too bull. It needs to calm down. Sometimes I'm just like, did the Feds do this? Whatever. At the end of the day, that's what happened. So the Fed's on federal funding rates 4.25% and to 4.5%. And then the FOMC statement reaffirmed the commitment to targeting 2% inflation and maximum employment. Okay, a lot of uncertainty, internal debate. I'm not gonna go through that. So some of the key discussion points: trade and tariff uncertainties, slowing job creation, and potential for inflation to persist above the target, and then the main challenges. Okay, despite these headwinds, consumer sector and core labor markets metrics remain solid. So there hasn't been a sharp turn, but momentum is slowing. Spots. Expect heated debate among policymakers with market participants looking closely at employment and inflation data to gauge the timing and scale of any rate actions. So we're not doing that hot, and yet XRP is still holding strong. It's $3. Trying to shake you guys out, I'm telling you. Jeez. Let's see. So this is Webull. I use Webull to do most of my charting. That was my first time actually going into TradingView, CoinMarketCap, and I usually just use this, right? So I just look at this and be like, okay, yeah, this is where I can see support, resistance. I don't do anything crazy. I look at just the basics. EMA and moving averages, I'll do the EMA. So EMA stands for exponential moving average. And then MA is moving average. That's what these lines are. And then I'll just mark them up just like how I did with TradingView, right? You just click on drawing, and then I'll just do a trend line. So like here, I see like low points. You go right here, still $3. High points. Let's do this again. Do trend line, where it hits most. Nothing too crazy, right? You can see that it's been consolidating all in here, between here. And then this is at 4 hour. So I always look at things 4 hours. When I'm trading, I'll look at 30 minutes. It's a huge range, right? So we're not looking too bad. Still trending down, right? You see that? But if you zoom out, take a look at the day. All you gotta do is zoom out. When was the last time we tanked? See it right here? Boom. This is the last time we bumped up. This is back in May, 258. And then we started tanking down, 193. Compared to right now, it's higher lows. That's what we're hitting, higher lows. So we'll see if we'll break down or not. That's just where we're at right now for the short term, but long term, no worries, guys. So that's the just the overall macroeconomics towards things. Let's see how this works out. There we go. You guys are back. At the end of the day, just remember, diamond hands. This is a long-term game. We're gonna be fine because you're gonna learn, right? At the end of the day, you still have your family. Making sure that you invest what you can afford to lose. And this is a changing asset. You don't want to talk about just XRP, but the crypto world in general. Can't wait for opportunities to come up. Use different strategies that are available within our markets today, like options. If there's crypto options, that's gonna be awesome for us to be able to use it within the platforms. It's doing some crazy stuff, blowing up in a good way. So a lot of these platforms, can't wait for them, in brokerages, I can't wait for them to start adopting a lot more crypto and then apply the different strategies that we can use as tool sets to make money. Start them as a vehicle to make money, and there's gonna be a whole different class. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited. So guys, again, thank you so much for watching. If you've been watching until now, this might be a very long video. I'll try and cut it up, chop it up. And thank you for all the support. If you like this type of video, if you like listening to me yap all the time, I'll be doing some more charting. If this is what you guys like, I'll promise I'll do better. If there's any feedback, I will take it and improve. So if there's something that you like, I will keep it. If there's something that you feel like I can do better in, just let me know in the comments below. All right, later guys. Thank you. Bye.